Hi guys, it's your girl Twinkle123, aka Des, here with another video. If you've read the title, you know what we're doing today. We're going to make some jalapeno popper stuffed chicken wrapped in bacon, okay? And I love this recipe. I got this recipe off of Laura in the Kitchen. I will leave a link down in the description box, but she has some great recipes here on YouTube, and this was one that I found that I really wanted to try. I tried it, I loved it, and I have been cooking it over and over again. But I do it a little bit differently, but I mean, for the most part, it's the same. But just in case you want to check out the original version of this recipe, I will leave her link in the description box. So today we're going to go ahead and start with the ingredients. As you can see here, we have 2 skinless breast chicken. We're going to butterfly these, so but right here they're just how they came, and I have washed them and I have dried them and they are ready to go. We have some bacon here. I got just some regular bacon from Walmart, but I got the thinly sliced bacon. It just makes it easier to wrap. Don't get the thick cut bacon. Alrighty, and then we're gonna have some seasoning salt and some pepper here, just a little bit of seasoned salt and a little bit of pepper. We also have some shredded cheese. I had a Mexican blend. That's just what I had in the refrigerator. So but if you have cheddar cheese, that works perfect. Here is some softened cream cheese, about 4 ounces. And I'm sorry, this was about a cup, a little bit under a cup of shredded cheese. And this right here is about 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. I softened mine a little too much, but that's okay. Well, you're not gonna worry about that. I also have about 1/3 of a cup of green onions or scallions right here. Then we have some diced jalapeno peppers. I did about 2 medium-sized jalapeno peppers. I diced them up with the seeds because I like my stuff spicy. If you do not like spicy stuff, de-seed them before you dice them up. But I'm about that life, so I like to keep mine in with when I cook with the jalapenos. Alright, and then for the sauce, we also have some extra virgin olive oil. Here we have, we're going to do 1/3 cup of milk, but you can do any kind of milk you want. I've been using the unsweetened almond milk, and it works great for me. But if you have whole milk or low-fat milk, they work great. So it calls for whole milk, but if you are trying to watch your calories, this is also a good option for you. And then we're going to have 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream here, which is going to make that cream sauce so good. It's a garlic cream sauce, just in case you're wondering. And here we have some chopped fresh parsley, and you can do probably about 1/4 cup of chopped parsley. We have some minced garlic here. I would do probably about a clove, but if you like a lot of garlic, go for it. Do as much garlic as you please, but I did about a clove, about 4 little cloves. Alrighty, so we have the ingredients. Now we're gonna get ready to start butterflying this chicken. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and butterfly this chicken. If you've never butterflied chicken before, it's an interesting process. Hold on, let me go grab a okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this little bit of fat off of here. I like fat, but we're just gonna cut it off. And so for the first one here, alright, we're going to go ahead, and I like to use these, but you can use a knife and you can cut it just right along the edge, but I like using the scissors because they're a little sharper for me, and I just usually just I take it right down the line here, and I just kind of start cutting up the middle, just kind of starting to open it up, because this is how we're going to stuff the chicken. So in order for us to stuff it, we got to have somewhere to stuff it, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. And like I say, if you use a knife, a good sharp knife, that works too. For me, I just like using it this way because I can kind of see more what I'm doing. But it's all about your own personal preference when it comes to cooking, and this is my preference. So alright. I'm just going to do this one and then show you how to do it, and then we'll cut to where we're getting ready to season these bad boys. Okay, so you see how it's kind of opening up, and I kind of just keep it on the keep my finger right here so I'm not cutting too far, because you don't want to cut it in half, because then it's not butterflying it. That's cutting it in half. All right, so just a little bit more. All right, so I like it just about like that. And now this is the part where a lot of people would probably get a beater to beat the chicken, but I don't like doing that. I just like to use my hands and massage it. Just because I don't know. I don't really think I need to beat it that much. But my hands are clean, so it's all good. So I'm just going to kind of massage the chicken here. Just massage it out, and then that way we kind of just opening it up. You see? And we just want to have enough room here to put our filling in here. So I'm just kind of massaging it out. Okay. That is perfect, I think. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this other one, and then I'll be right back to finish this up, okay? All right, guys, so we got them both butterflied now. This one was being hard-headed, but we got it butterflied, and so now we have our 2 pieces of butterfly skin chicken. I'm going to go ahead and season it. We're just seasoning one side of the chicken. It's going to be the inside where the stuffing is going to go. And then after we do that, then we're going to put a little, because when you wrap the bacon around it, the bacon is salty too. So remember that when you're seasoning, not to put a whole lot of salt on there, because you don't want your chicken to be too salty. So I would recommend maybe doing like a pinch on each one. Just kind of spreading it over there like that. Alright, and then we're going to do some pepper. So a little bit of salt and pepper on both of these is going to be perfect. But season it to your liking, but just be forewarned. Don't put too much salt, because then you're going to be like, it's salty. I told you. The bacon is going to create its own salt. Trust and believe that. Alrighty. I think that's going to be good enough. Alright, so we're going to set this to the side, and now we're going to get ready to prepare our filling. Alrighty. Alright, so we have our cream cheese softened. We have our cheddar cheese, jalapenos, and green onions, and we have a little more salt and pepper here. Just a little bit to put in there. We're going to need a little more pepper for our sauce later, so you'll see some more pepper in there, so don't worry. Alright, so for now we're going to go ahead and put in our cheese. And I like mine cheesy, so that's why I put a lot of cheese in mine. But if you're not a big cheese person, then by all means, don't put that much cheese in there. Lessen it by half or whatever you want to do. But I like my stuff really, really cheesy. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put our green onions in here. I'm sorry. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and put the star of the show, in my opinion, jalapenos. Now, I like a lot of jalapenos. Again, if you don't like a lot of jalapenos, make the recipe fit to what you like. So I'm probably going to put about half of these in here because I chopped a lot. Yeah. And I'll stir, and if I think I need some more, then, I'll do that. But then I'll go ahead and put the rest of this salt and pepper in here. Just a little bit. Like I say, you don't need much. Alright, and then you just take it and you're just going to stir everything together in here. And the reason why you soften your cream cheese is to make stirring it in easier. Because if it was still like really hard, you'll be stirring this stuff all day and it won't be fun. So make sure you soften it. You know, you don't have to soften as much as I did because I went in and I went ham. But, you know, that's what cooking's about. You know, doing stuff, making mistakes, learning for next time. You know, by all means, I'm not a chef. Not trying to be a chef. I just like to cook. And that's just what I like to do. You know, I like to see other people cook. I like to see people eat. I like to eat. You know, I just love food. Okay, so as you can see, we're just getting everything stirred up in there. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to need any more of those jalapenos. I can save those for something else I'm trying to eat. Okay, and so I'm sorry, I did not tell you guys to go ahead and preheat your stove to 350, but go ahead and preheat your stove to 350. We have plenty of time because we still have to fill those chicken breasts, and we still have to brown those chicken breasts. So we have a lot of stuff to do. So you have plenty of time to get that oven nice and warm. So while we're stirring and stirring, go ahead and preheat that up in the 350. All right, that is done. Like I say, I'm just trying to get all of the ingredients all mixed in together because you don't want clumps of just cream cheese with nothing in it. So we're just wanting to go ahead and get that all stirred in. Oh, that looks good. It smells even more better. It smells even more wonderful. Don't know if that is right either, but you know what I'm trying to say. All right, so we got it, and so we're gonna go ahead now. And we're gonna get the chicken back over here so we can get ready to stuff the chicken and then wrap it with the bacon. Yeah. All right, guys. So we're back. We're getting ready to fill the chicken breast with our filling and get ready to wrap it with our bacon that we have here. I also have some toothpicks. I didn't tell you this in the beginning, but if you have some toothpicks, it helps a lot with keeping the bacon on the chicken. So just make sure that you get some toothpicks if you don't have any. If you don't have any, it's not gonna destroy everything. It's just gonna not be probably as neat as you may like it. But I've done it with both, but I'll happen to like it more when I put the toothpicks in. It just makes everything less messy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stuff our first chicken breast. So what I like to do, I like to get probably a good chunk of it, and then I'm gonna do one side. So, and I try not to use the spoon to touch the raw chicken, just because I'm iffy about stuff like that. So I try to keep everything kind of, you know, on top like that. All right, so I kind of spread it just a little bit. Like I say, try not to touch that raw chicken, but just kind of spread it on top like that. Because I like to have mine good and full, but don't want it too far on the outsides because you don't want it to spill over too much. Now you're going to have spillage, so that's okay. That's just natural, but you don't want to have like all your filling coming out, so keep it kind of closer to the middle. All right, so once we got that filling in there, we're going to take it, and you see how nice it closes. So you don't have to beat your chicken to death, you know, how nice it closes. So now we're going to go ahead and take one piece of bacon, and then I'm going to go from the outside. Oops, sorry. I want y'all to be able to see that. I'm going to go from the outside, starting here, and then I'm going to go ahead and just start wrapping the chicken and making sure I get every part of that chicken wrapped. Alrighty. And you can see where it ended here. So now I'm going to start right on top of that side and then start wrapping the rest of it. Alright, and then we're going to do this last piece just the same way. And you see why I like the long pieces? Because they wrap so much easier. Okay, and so it should look something like that. I kind of started far on the end, but this is fine. You know, we're not going to be too crazy about it. All right, so now we're going to go to the second chicken, and we're going to do the same thing. Just kind of put it in there. Try not to touch the chicken with, you know, your spoon. I mean, probably don't matter, but, you know, just a little iffy. I'm going to get all the rest of that filling in there. Whew. I love this, guys. You're gonna love this. Alrighty. So, this is my struggle piece of chicken, so bear with me. Alright. So we got it. Just go ahead and stuff that in there. Alright. We got it. Then I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping. Alrighty. Alright, and then we'll use this last piece here. Oops. Finish wrapping the rest of this one. Alright, so we have them, this out the way. We have them both wrapped. Let me wash my hands real quick. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands and dry my hands. So we're going to take a few of these toothpicks out of here. And then I'm just going to go through kind of where I started with them. And I'm just going to kind of stick some toothpicks in here so that they can stay. And again, like I said, if you don't have any toothpicks and you don't, as you can see, it does stick to itself. So it's not something that's like gonna destroy your meal or anything like that, but it's just good to kind of keep things in place. So we're just gonna stick them there, stick one here, and then I'm gonna stick one there. I think that should be good. I might stick one here. Okay. Alright. So we got our chicken breast wrapped, stuffed. And it's okay if you have a little spillage because it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. Just stuff it back in there. There you go. Close your legs to marry me. Alright. There you go. So we got it stuffed. And now we're going to get ready to go over here to get ready to brown our bacon on the outside. And then we're going to get ready to stick it in the oven. Alright. Alrighty, so we are back here at the stove. We're going to go ahead and get ready to brown our two wrapped chicken breasts. We're going to go ahead and cut the electric stove here to medium, which is about 5 or 6 on your aisle. Okay, and then we're going to take some of our wonderful olive oil here and just going to gently coat the pan. Just enough to kind of coat the pan. Oops, sorry. You see it smoking. I cleaned my stove this morning, and so it's just burning off that cleaner stuff. So everybody's still safe. We good. We good. So we're going to let this heat up just a minute here, and then we're going to get ready to put our chicken in the pan. It doesn't take long at all. Olive oil is a pretty quick heating oil, so it should be ready to go in just a few minutes, okay? Alright, so it looks like our oil has heated up pretty nicely. So, we're going to go ahead and place one of the chicken breasts in the pan here. Ooh, you hear that sizzle? That's what you want to hear. And we're going to brown all sides. We'll try to. You might not be able to, but that's okay. We're going to try to brown all sides of the bacon. Just browning. We're not cooking it. We're just browning it. So once you you know, maybe like a minute and a half to 2 minutes on each side. But no longer than that, because you don't want to burn your bacon and you don't want to like overcook your chicken. So just brown it. Okay? So we'll let it brown on that side for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and turn it to the other side. We'll take it in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes or so. Okay? Okay, so we're going to cook about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. As you can see how it's browning on that side? That's how you want it. You don't want it to be too much browner than that, because you're getting it close to burning your chicken. I mean, burning your bacon. You don't want our bacon to burn. See, it's a pretty golden brown. That's what we like. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on the other side and do the same thing. And we're going to do this for each side. Okay, so touch this side here. And as you can see, some of the filling is coming out, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to turn it on the side here. That's basically brown. Let it go here. We're going to turn on the side, and now we're going to brown the sides. And once we brown all the sides, we'll be ready to put it in the oven. So, going beautiful, guys. Going beautiful. Okay, so we are on our last side here, and it looks like it is browned pretty good. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to get ready to transfer this bad boy into the oven. So if you have a pan that can go straight from the stove top to the oven, this does, so you can just put it straight in the oven from there. If not, get you a new pan that is oven safe and just transfer everything into that new dish. It's fine. Everything will work out great. You're going to stick it in there, our oven at 350 for about 30 to 35 minutes. And then we'll be good to go with our chicken. It should be done. We can check with the thermometer just to make sure that it's up to the correct temperature. But 30-35 minutes, about the sizes that I'm using, should be perfectly fine for the chicken. So we're going to go ahead and stick this in the oven, and then when we come back, we're going to start working on our sauce. Okay? Okay guys, we're back, and I just want to show you, I have went ahead and taken our chicken out of the oven. It was in there for about 35-40 minutes, and as you can see, it's a nice golden brown here. Looks absolutely delectable. And you can see we had a little bit of leakage, but that's okay, because we're going to use that leakage to help flavor our garlic cream sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready to just take these drippings out of here and then start putting them in our pan. So I have a saucepan here, and I went ahead and just turned on the aisle to medium, and we're going to go ahead and get started on our sauce, okay? Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and take it, and all of that okay, so we're going to go ahead and take the drippings out of here. So you can see all the drippings that's just kind of sitting around. We're going to take that and start putting it into our saucepan. Okay? And it's okay if it's kind of messy. Uh-oh. Look inside there. It's okay. It's okay if it's a little bit messy. Once we get it in there and it starts to cooking, it'll all blend in together very nicely. So go ahead and put that in there. Okay, let's set our chicken back over there. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and kind of get this cooked in here. And what I do is I kind of just spread it out around the pan just to make sure that everything is kind of evenly spread out. Okay, and once I have all of the drippings kind of spread out, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take our 1/3 cup of milk. We're going to go ahead and put it in there. Alright. And I'm using almond milk, but whole milk, any kind of milk that you prefer should work perfectly. And then we're going to take our heavy cream. We're going to take 1/4 cup of our heavy cream, and we're going to go ahead and put it in there also. Sorry about the smoke, guys. I got a little bit of the drippings on there, but it's okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let that boil real quick. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let that come to a boil. Alright, we're going to go ahead, while that's coming to a boil, we're going to go ahead and put our minced onions, our minced garlic in here. Go ahead and get all that garlic in there. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and put just a little bit of pepper. I told y'all earlier we was going to do just a little bit more pepper, so we're just going to sprinkle a little more pepper in here. That should be good. Okay, and so we're going to keep stirring this while it's coming to a boil. And once this comes to a boil, then we're going to kind of cut it down a little bit just so it can simmer. So we'll let that come to a boil so it can kind of start thickening up. And if you're like, oh, you know, I can't make no sauce, because I was like that myself. I was like, I'm not, you know, I'm not a sauce maker. But this is a very, very easy sauce. It's very delicious. You're going to taste all the flavors of those drippings that's been in there. And it's going to be so good. So we're going to go ahead and just let this come to a boil. Just kind of keep stirring it just to kind of get those drippings from the chicken kind of all dispersed throughout the sauce. And once it comes to a boil, then we'll take it down and let it start simmering. Okay? Okay, so as you can see, our sauce has come to a boil. So we're going to go ahead and cut it down just a little bit to a simmer. Alright. And so while it's simmering on low, we're going to go ahead and add our fresh parsley. And like I said, you can kind of add as much as you want to. I like a lot of parsley. I like the color it gives my sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and stir that in. And then kind of let it simmer for just a little bit longer. And it's okay if your sauce is, you know, a different color, because it just depends on how much drippings you had and all that stuff. But it should be around this color, or it should be maybe a little bit lighter. But so yeah, we're just gonna let it simmer for just another minute or so, because it's literally almost ready. Yeah. Okay, so I have went ahead and turned my sauce off, but as you can see, it's thickened up really, really nice. This is going to be so good. So it should be about that consistency. Like I say, your color might be a little bit different, but it should be around the same. And you can taste it to make sure that it tastes, you know, pretty good. But I guarantee you, it tastes really good. So we're going to get ready to cut up our chicken and place it. Don't forget to take out your toothpicks out of your chicken before you get to cutting it and slicing it. I'm going to slice it in about 1/2 inch in diameter, and then we're gonna plate the sauce and then the chicken. Okay. All right. So I have got the chicken transferred to my cutting board, and I have taken out all of the toothpicks, and then we're just going to get ready to slice it up. So like I said, I'm going to cut it about 1/2 inch. Whew, looks so good. Alright, got one cut up, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this one up. I think this one is going to be, oh, look at that. Looks so good. And the chicken is good and juicy. It did not dry out. So, and that's what you want. You don't want your chicken to be dried out because that's not good. Alrighty. So, now we're going to go and get our sauce. And we're going to just take and kind of just drizzle it on the plate here. I'll save a little bit for the next one so that they have some. I was being a little greedy with the sauce, but it definitely should be enough for 2 people. So, alright, and then I'm going to take the chicken. Oops, go do half at a time because I know I'm not the sturdiest person. And we're just going to sit. Oh, there's a toothpick. See? There you go. So you'll find the toothpick whether or not you think so. Alright, so here we go, guys. That is our jalapeno stuffed chicken with cream garlic sauce. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's very good. It's very filling, and trust and believe you will make this dish again and again and again and be one of your favorites. Again, I got this recipe from Laura in the Kitchen. I will leave her link in the description bar. If you want to see the original recipe, go and check her out. I love you guys so much. I thank you for hanging out with me today, cooking with me as I cook dinner. If you haven't already, please like this video, share this video, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to do this cooking thing, bring y'all guys along with me, and you know, build this family. Alright, so until the next video, guys,